This is my Zeahlot Ultimate Iron Man, Sir Zeahlot. I'll be attempting to take on the Chambers of Xeric and the Fortis Colosseum, all while staying within Zeah. I'll have access to Great Kourend, the Kebos Lowlands, and the Kingdom of Varlamore. My knowledge of Zeah is not that great in comparison to the mainland, and I know next to nothing about Varlamore. I've also never played an Ultimate Iron Man before, so this should be interesting. This is Sir Zeahlot. Our next goal is going to be unlocking Wintertodt. To do this, we need level 50 fire making, which means we're going to be cutting a lot of trees. Currently, we have a bronze axe, which, with our current woodcutting level of 15, has a 16.8% chance of successfully cutting an oak tree. But, if we get ourselves a steel axe, this will increase to 32.81%, almost doubling the chance and cutting the time spent woodcutting in half. It just so happens that young implings have a 1 in 10 chance of dropping a steel axe, which means that if we get 6 more hunter levels, we will be able to speed up this grind massively. We can access Puro from multiple crop fields throughout Zeah, so we don't need to go looking for a young impling out in the wild either. So, we're going back to Copper Longtails. Back to Copper Longtails so quickly after we've just left them. I was not expecting to be back here so soon, but needs must, because we need to get this steel axe. It will help us massively in training our woodcutting and therefore our fire making level. So we're going to be using the single trap still. We can only use 2 traps once we get to level 20, so I'll grab a second trap at that level, but for now we're going to sit back, relax. I said relax. We're going to be dismantling a lot of bird traps, basically. There is level 17 hunter. We can now catch baby implings. But that is not the impling that we're looking for. There is level 18 hunter. And level 4 prayer from burying these bones. There is level 19 hunter. And there is level 20 hunter. Very nice. That means we can now plant 2 traps. Plant? It's not farming. We can set 2 traps at a time. So I am going to go and grab a second bird snare, and that should hopefully speed up these last 2 levels. Ooh, we have got a mysterious old man random event. He's got a present. Oh, it was just a spinach roll. Never mind. Back to the birds. And there is level 21 hunter. Level 5 prayer coming in. And there is level 22 hunter. I'm in a field with a massacre of bird bodies around me, but we can now catch young implings. So it's time to go and find a crop circle and see if we can go young impling hunting. Just decided to chop a couple of trees and fletch more arrow shafts just to use up the feathers that I'd gotten from that. So we now are up to level 8 fletching, and we got level 20 woodcutting as well. But now we really are going to go find a crop circle to enter Puro. So we have managed to find a crop circle just here in Hosidius. So we are going to enter here. So we should be able to talk to this guy here, Alnock, and he should give us 7 empty impling jars and a butterfly net. So I'm just going to make sure I've got the room. So we've got 5, 6, 7, and room for the butterfly net. So let's see if he will give us those. Okay, here we go. So we've got a butterfly net and we've got 7 jars, and we are looking for young implings. So let me find one of those and I will tag them all. That'll make things a little bit easier. And we need to make sure not to use up all of these, because if we run out, then he won't just give us more for free. We need to actually get a baby impling, I believe, and we can trade that in for 3 more impling jars, so just need to be aware of that. But let's start the hunt for a steel axe from a young impling, hopefully. Here is our first young impling jar. Let's see what we get. 5 steel nails, not what we're looking for, unfortunately. Let's carry on though. We got our second young impling here. Let's open it up and see what we get. Hey, second impling jar, and we got the steel axe. Amazing. That's brilliant. Well, it was a 1 in 10 chance, but on the second jar, that's not bad RNG at all. We are now ready and equipped to continue on with our woodcutting and fire making grind. So I'm just going to exchange here, and we are going to store our net and our impling jars because we don't want that taking up space. And I guess it's time to drop the bronze axe, and we can go and do some woodcutting and fire making. So it seems like there's quite a few oak trees around Hosidius here, and I'm going to get chopping and get burning, and we'll see what level we get up to. Ooh, we just got ourselves an easy clue nest. Let's see if it's anything that we can actually do. That is in Lumbridge, so nope, that is going to get dropped. And I don't think there's much point in me saving up nests just now, because it's going to be a long time until I can actually use them, so I am just going to drop this for the inventory space. We just got another clue nest right after the easy one. Let's see if we get a clue that we can do. I doubt it. Yeah, that is Draenor Village, so that is also going to get dropped. But it's nice to see the clue nest coming in. And we have level 30 woodcutting coming in. That means we can now cut willow trees. And I think I'm going to go and switch to willows, actually. I know it's not the most efficient thing to do. I should probably stay at oaks, but I fancy the change of scenery. Oh, we got a Captain Arnav random event. I'm not 100% sure what he gives me. I think it's just coins or a gem, but we'll go and do it anyway and see what we get. There we go. And we got a gold ring, which is completely useless, but we don't have anything in the ring slot, so we got some bling now. And we just got our first ever medium clue nest. Let's see if we can do it. I doubt it, but we'll have a look. Nope, that's in Relica. We're going to drop that, and again, we're dropping the bird's nests. We've got another bird's nest here, the first one that's got some seeds in. Let's see what seeds we get. An apple tree seed. That is quite a long way off being able to use that, I believe. Level 27 farming, yeah, that's a long way off, so I am going to be dropping this one, unfortunately, and I'll drop the nest as well, but it's always nice to see what we get from these. We've got another beginner clue nest here. I'm doubtful, again, that we'll be able to do it, but we'll check. Nope, that is Kourend mine. Well, let's continue on with the woodcutting. We've actually just got a jewellery bird nest here, and we've got a sapphire ring, which is a bit of an upgrade from the gold one we had, so I'm going to switch that out. Maybe at some point I'll enchant that to be a recoil, but for now, back on with the woodcutting grind. So there is level 45 woodcutting coming in, and I know, again, it's not that efficient, but I'm going to go and switch to maple trees now that we can cut them, because I've been at willows for a little while now, and orange leaves are pretty. And with this log, we should now have level 50 fire making. That means we have unlocked Wintertodt. We are up to level 47 woodcutting. And you know what that means, guys? It's finally time. We're going to go to Wintertodt. Well, we are, but not just yet. Wintertodt is the goal here, but looking at the list of available rewards from the supply crates that I'll be getting, there are a lot of supplies that I don't actually have the levels to use, and because I don't have access to a bank, I'll have to end up dropping them. Unless supply crate rewards can be broken down into separate categories. There are logs, which we'll come back to in a little bit, gems, which I don't have the crafting level to cut, ores, which I don't have the smithing level to use, herbs, which I don't have the herb lore level to turn into potions, seeds, which I don't have the farmer level to plant, and fish, which I don't have the cooking level to cook. But I have a plan to cut down on how many of these resources go to waste. A big part of this plan is to unlock the seed box. This can store a max stack of up to 6 different types of seeds. This will be a huge item for the account, as I can't use the seed vault in the farming guild because I'm an ultimate Iron Man, and it means I can keep all of the important seeds I get, even if I don't have the farmer level to use them yet. The seed box can be bought from the reward shop at the Tithe Farm for 250 points, but Tithe Farm itself requires level 34 farming. To get this level, we'll have to thieve Master Farmers for seeds, and then we can use these seeds to get level 20 farming. At level 20, we can do the Garden of Death quest for 10,000 farming XP, and that should get us to level 30, where we can finish up the last 4 farming levels with Master Farmers again. Whilst waiting for my crops to grow, I'll be training my crafting level up to be able to cut the gems that I get from Wintertodt. This is going to be an incredibly slow grind involving spinning balls of wool and flax, but it will mean that I can get some decent crafting XP from cutting all the gems that I get from Wintertodt. I'll be aiming for level 43 crafting, as diamonds are the highest level gem you can get from the supply crates. If I'm still training farming by the time I finish this crafting grind, I'll move on to fishing and cooking. Supply crates can drop raw fish up to sharks, but I'll be happy with getting 45 cooking so I can cook everything up to swordfish. I'll probably just accept that the ores will need to be dropped, and the same goes for the logs. If there's any time left over from cooking, I'll try and get my fletching level up a little bit, but the logs are easy to get anyway, so I'm not too bothered about them. But the first step of all this is getting level 38 thieving so I can pickpocket Master Farmers for the seeds to start training farming. So, we better get on with it. So I've made my way up to Kourend Castle here, and we are going to start by thieving this silk stool here. We're currently level 23. We're going to steal the silk until we get to level 25, and then we can move down to the fruit stools in Hosidius. There is level 24 thieving, and there is level 25 thieving. We can now steal from fruit stools, so we are going to move down to Hosidius and do that. So we are here at Hosidius fruit stools, so we're going to be stealing from this to get ourselves up to level 38 thieving. It's going to be a little bit of a grind, but I am going to be able to get some fruits here that I can put into the compost bin and make myself some super compost for a little bit of early farming XP as well. So let's get thieving. And we did actually just get a Golovanova fruit top, which I forgot that you could get, but this can be used to make a botanical pie in the future when I get level 52 cooking. And that is good because it can actually give us a herblore boost of +4. So if we ever need to make some potions that we're 4 levels off the level, then we can come thieve one of these, cook it, and we can make ourselves a pie that gives us +4 herblore. Okay, so we have got 15 pieces of fruit that can be turned into super compost, so I'm going to go and do that now, and we'll come back and thieve while that is composting. I've just tagged all the guard dogs so I'm aware of where they are if they walk underneath these little marquees, because they are level 44 and they do a lot of damage to me, because I only have 11 HP and 1 defense. But we've managed to stay clear of them so far and not die. Let's go and put these components in here to make super compost. I think we get the XP when we actually empty it with the buckets. So I think it takes, I want to say half an hour, but I could be wrong. I'll have to look that up. But when it's done, we can just use buckets to empty it, get a little bit of starting farming XP, and then we can just exchange the tall leprechaun, and he can store all of our super compost for us, so we don't have to carry it around. So we're going to close the compost bin, and I've just looked it up, and I think it actually takes between 35 and 70 minutes to decompose inside the bin. I'm not sure what makes the difference between whether it's 35 minutes or 70 minutes. I guess it's like which growing cycle the game is on for your login. And this should be the last fruit that we need to steal here. That is level 38 farming, and not level 38 farming, that's level 38 thieving. We can now thieve master farmers though, which we are going to go head over and do in just a second. Before we do that, I'm just going to go and check on the compost situation, and I'm also going to buy an empty bucket pack here. And that means I can actually get the compost out of the bin. It also means if the compost isn't done, I'll just store it in the tall leprechaun for when it is. So we're going to head over here and see if our compost is finished yet. Okay, so the compost isn't finished just yet, so I'm just going to open this pack and I'm going to store these buckets in the tall leprechaun, and then we are going to go head over to Master Farmers and get some seeds. Okay, so the only seeds that we can actually use at level 1 are potatoes, so we're just going to thieve this guy and hope that we get some potato seeds. They are like pretty common. We might fail a little bit though because we barely have the level to do this. I might have to get some more cakes if I can't get a success. Yeah, I did not get a single successful pickpocket there, and I don't want to die, so I'm just going to go thieve some cakes really quick from the castle, and then we'll go back and see if we can get a potato seed. Okay, so we are back with some food, and we're going to see if we can pickpocket this guy again now. Okay, so we've done some master farmers to get some seeds, and I've got all of the seeds that I wanted. I've got some potato seeds here, and I've also got 2 marigold seeds, because marigold seeds actually protect onions, tomatoes, and potatoes, so that is going to basically make sure that in the future our crops don't die. That's going to be nice. And then I also did get 2 guam seeds here. I don't know if I'm going to keep them or if I'm going to drop them, because we do need level 9 farming to even plant these, but if we did hold on to them, it would mean that we guaranteed some herblore XP. So I'll have to have a think about that. I'm just going to go and check as well whether this compost has finished yet, because if so, that's going to get us level 2 farming off the bat, which means that we can actually plant the marigold seeds with the potatoes, because you need level 2 to plant marigolds. And I also got 2 of them because there is another farming patch other than this one. There are a few different farming patches we can make use of on Zeah. For allotment, flower, and herb patches, there are spots in Hosidius, the Ortus Farm, and the Farming Guild, although we can't use the Farming Guild patch until we get level 45 farming. The Farming Guild also contains a bush patch that we unlock at level 45, as well as wood and fruit tree patches, which are unlocked at level 65 and 85 farming. There are some special patches as well, the main ones being grapes at the Hosidius Vinery, Hespori in the Farming Guild at level 65, and the hardwood patch in the Locust Oasis, which we unlocked from the Ribbiting Tale quest. We'll see how useful these patches end up being for us in the future, but for now, on with the video. That is going to be level 2 farming from the super compost. That means we can now grow marigold. We are going to go and grab a couple of tools to plant all these seeds. So I actually ended up buying 1 of every tool just because I can store them in the leprechaun, so I can use them wherever I need them on Zeah. And we are going to rake these patches, plant our seeds, and then we'll probably go and get some more fruit to set up another load of compost, and I'll probably head over to the farming patch in Varlamore as well. I was not going to do this originally because it is quite expensive to get the boat. I think it's 800 coins or 1 kgp, but I think it's worth it just to get the early farming levels out of the way. There is level 3 farming from raking the weeds. Oh, we have got a genie random and we've been attacked by a dog. Let's run away quickly. Genie lamp, that's going straight onto Slayer. 110 Slayer XP, no level just yet, but we are one more lamp away from getting level 12. And let's continue trying to get these fruits. This is going to take quite a long time. There is a way that you can get snape grass to use for compost instead. The problem is that to get snake grass here, I think it's on this peninsula here, and it is covered in hobgoblins, which will just destroy me. So I'm going to do the fruit stool here to fill up the compost bin on in this area here. But when I go to do the other farming patch, there is a snape grass spawn, I believe, on... I think it's on a table or something in one of these buildings around here. So I'm probably just going to hot worlds to pick up the snake grass from there to get this compost bin filled, because getting the jangaberries, pineapples, and papayas is just, it just takes quite a long time here. And you're trying to dodge the guard dogs at the same time. So we're going to do that. That's the plan. Right, well, we've finally got the 15 pieces that we need for the compost. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. But we're going to load up this compost bin. Let's... Oh, no. Oh, my God. Thank God you can't eat whole pineapples. I just right-click eat the pineapple. Okay, that took a while to get them. That's why I panicked so much. So let's fill this compost bin up, and then we'll head over to the other farming patch, and we will collect snape grass for that one, and then plant the rest of the seeds that we have. Oh, 1,000 coins for that charter. That is eaten into my cash stack. I'm going to have to make some more money soon if I want to travel between Varlamore and the north of Zeah, like, regularly. So that is a problem we're going to have to cross when we get down to our last few coins. And we are just going to run up north here, because there should be a snake grass spawn. Oh, no. It's a telegrab. It's a telegrab spot. Okay, in that case, we're just not going to bother with the compost here, because I don't really fancy thieving for the things again, and I don't want to go back to come back again. That's going to cost me even more money. So we're just going to make our way over to the farming patch, plant the seeds that we've got, and then we will head back and start on some crafting while we wait for our plants to grow. And there is level 4 farming from raking the patch, and that is our marigold patch planted, and level 5 farming. Beautiful. We can now grow onions, so we actually don't need these potato seeds anymore. We can just grab some onion seeds next time we want to do a farm run. I'm going to deposit all of those things I was using, and now we are going to head back to the north of Zeah, because we are going to do some crafting, and the way that I'm going to start this off is going to be a little bit tedious, but we are actually going to go and shear some sheep and spin that into balls of wool. And I'm actually going to use the memoirs to teleport back here to save myself some gold, because we are running quite low on money. So let's use that. Our map puts us down to 59 charges. So as you can see here, we are at Watson's house, and there are a bunch of sheep in the garden, and there is a spinning wheel just here. So we are just going to shear sheep, get the wool, and then spin it into balls of wool here. I'm going to clear up a little bit of inventory space here so we can sort of maximize it. So I'm just going to drop these cakes, and we don't need the tinderbox anytime soon. We can get another one for free at Wintertodt now. So I'm going to hold on to the guam seeds for now, just until we decide, you know, I say until we decide. I'm probably going to hold on to them until we have the level to actually plant them, unless something else comes up where we need more space. So, yeah, let's get shearing. So we have got our first inventory of wool, and we're going to spin it right here. Let's see how much XP this gives. It is going to be 3 crafting XP per wool. This is going to take a very long time, so I guess I better buckle in and get ready for a long shift of spinning wool. There is level 6 crafting. This is taking an incredibly long time, but it's okay. I'm just sort of AFKing it as we go. And our farming patch in Kourend should now be ready to harvest, so I'm going to finish up these balls of wool, and I'll go head over and do another farming run. And there is level 6 farming from getting these potatoes. So I've just gone up to the master farmer quickly and grabbed myself another 6 onion seeds. I also did get a marigold seed, so I may as well replace these for a little bit more XP. So let's get these planted. And there is level 7 farming. We can now plant cabbages. And there is level 10 crafting, all from spinning balls of wool. We can now go and move on to flax. So the plan for this one is going to be there is a flax field just up here, and we're going to have to go up there, then make the run to the spinning wheel, and just basically keep doing that. But at 2.5 XP per ball of wool spun, even with all the walking, I'm hoping that this is going to be much faster. I think our crops are going to be ready in just a minute as well, so I'll do a quick farming run on the way. But let's get into some flax spinning. Level 8 farming coming in from the compost. Level 9 farming coming in from some of these onions. And we can now actually use our guam seed, which is perfect. I knew there was a reason why I was holding on to them. So we'll finish up these and we'll go get some more seeds, and we're going to plant the guam seed. Level 41 thieving while we're getting some seeds here. Now, we could technically be planting cabbages right now, but I can't be bothered to go up to the castle and thieve more cakes to be able to pickpocket the master farmer some more. So I'm just going to plant these onion seeds for now. Also, the marigolds don't actually protect cabbages. You need to plant rosemary for that, and you need level 11 farming to plant rosemary. So we're just going to plant onions, another marigold, and then we're going to move on to picking flax and doing some crafting. Level 10 farming coming in, and this is the flax field I'll be calling home for the next bit of my crafting training. We're going to grab it from here, run back to Watson's house to spin it all into bowstring, and then basically just repeat. I might switch over to glass blowing at some point, but the problem with that is I'm going to have to use the chartership method, and I do not have the money to be doing that right now. So there might be better methods, but I can't think of any at the moment. So spinning flax it is. Oh boy, 15 XP per bowstring. That is a massive upgrade from the 2.5 XP per ball of wool. This is speedy. There is level 20 crafting from this bowstring. That means we can now cut sapphires, which is very nice. We're going to continue onwards. We've got another farming run coming up soon, so hopefully we'll get some more farming levels. And let's see how we get on after all of that. There is level 11 farming coming in. We can now grow rosemary, which is going to be good because that can be used to protect the cabbages. Coming in with level 42 thieving. This has taken me 2 inventories of cakes just to get the cabbage seeds that I needed. But we did also manage to get a rosemary seed, which is nice because that should protect it. And we've unlocked fish stalls there, but I don't think there's any fish stalls on Zeah. So let's continue with this farming run. And we just got an uncut sapphire from a random event, which we can actually cut now that we've got the level 20 crafting. But I need to go grab a chisel, so I'm going to hold on to that for later. Let's do these plants, and then we'll go and cut this sapphire for a little bit of XP, and then back to the flax spinning grind. Actually, just before we go back to the crafting grind, we are just going to pick these herbs now because they are ready. This is going to actually give us some guam leaves, which is going to be nice because we can go and turn them into attack potions for a little bit of early Herblore XP. So we've got 5 guams there. I'm going to plant another one here. We actually managed to get a couple more from thieving the master farmer. So let me just super compost this, and we'll go and turn these into attack potions. Level 12 farming coming in as well. Very nice. We can now grow tomatoes. And there is the chisel for 1 coin. Going to cut this sapphire now. 50 crafting XP. There we go. Now let's go make these potions. So we are going to buy 5 vials of water and 5 eye of newts here. And we're going to turn these guams into attack potions. Let's see how much XP we get from this. I haven't calculated it beforehand. Level 4 herblore coming in. And we are still level 4 herblore, but we are literally 1 XP off level 5. There is level 43 thieving coming in. This is taking so long to get tomato seeds. I've only got 4 so far. Got a bunch of other ones as well that I don't necessarily need. But we're going to keep going because we only need 2 more to fill both allotment patches. So we finally got the tomato seeds. We're going to plant these here. That's going to give us level 13 farming. Very nice. Going to put some compost on that. And then we are going to replace the rosemary with marigolds again because marigolds actually protect tomato plants. And we just got 6 hour logged, as I was saying. We're going to pick the rosemary and we're going to replace it with marigolds because these will protect the tomatoes. We just got level 14 farming, which means we can now plant marantils when we get some seeds for them. And we are going to turn the guams we've just picked into some attack potions. I've just picked up some supplies. There is level 5 herblore coming in as well. We can now make anti-poison potions when we get Marantil. Looks like we should get another Herblore level off this last one as well. I'm just going to go grab another vial of water. And there we go, level 6 Herblore coming in, very nice. And I think that's going to be a good place to wrap up this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, leave a comment down below what you think of the series so far. Hit subscribe if you really, really liked it. And I'll see you in the next episode of Sir Zeahlot.